I was going to ask you, how much are you affected by an ex posting an Instagram post?
Like an ex anything? Like an ex?
Ex anything. You dated someone, you had a relationship of any kind. I consider anyone I dated an ex.
I think I feel neutral most of the time, unless like, here's the thing. I think I feel if I really had a bad experience with them, I no longer follow them.
You've left the store.
Yes. So I don't see those. And I would say most men that I would follow are private. And if I do still follow, if you're listening and I do still follow you, it means I'm not emotionally attached to anything that happened at all. I have no ill will. And I probably feel somewhat neutral.
I genuinely have no ill will towards someone I dated after we're done dating.
That's because you always dump them.
Well, even I have people, I follow some people that I've...
You can't say that like it's funny because you say that, sometimes you say that and I'm like, you sound like you're like a little bit above it, above the pettiness of it. But I also think that when you were the one to like dump, I would say the best. I don't know. I would say
95% of the people that I've dated, I've ended things.
Right. I think that's an easier mentality to have.
Right. Well, I had someone.
I have nothing bad to say.
Well,
about you.
This is why I brought it up. I felt genuinely bad. I saw someone who I had ended things with post, and I was like, it kind of hit me in this weird way.
What did they post?
Just their life. They were just, and I felt weird seeing it.
Did it make you want to be with them?
I don't know. It made me.
Did they post like a new relationship?
No, and that's what I was looking for. The minute the post went up, I'm like, have they moved on? Like, what are they doing? No, I was like relieved they didn't have someone.
Oh,
I was like a little bit.
That's flattering.
Yeah, I was like, maybe there's still someone I could talk to. I don't know. Am I being too honest on this show where we're asked to be honest?
I think this is because I feel like that's more than you would say about a lot of people.
Right. I've never really felt that before where I was like, I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt.
Did you like the post?
No. That was the thing. You know what it felt like?
Should you like the post if you dumped the person?
I can't. I don't know. I just saw this post and I was like, it felt like it was Christmas and I was being shown the Christmas past. You know, I was being shown around by the ghost of Christmas past, or you know what I mean? Like, it felt like I was the dead version of me looking in the window of the life that I missed out on.
Did it make you want to reach out?
A piece of me, yeah. I kind of wrestled with it a little bit. I went back and forth, and it was like a tough night. I was like looking at this, and I'm like,
did you think about unfollowing?
I thought about that because I'm like, maybe this is it because, you know, you do the Carrie Bradshaw thing. You know, the Carrie Bradshaw thing where you start asking questions like, hypothetically, you're like, is it me?
Then I got to thinking.
Is it me following that makes me feel this way? If I didn't follow, would I not feel this way? Would I think of this person? You know what I mean? And if a guy wrote in, hey, I ended something with someone, I would say like maybe unfollowing and getting away from them a little bit is probably the best thing for you to do.
Right.
So that you can truly forget about them, because you did make that promise, or you did, by ending things, you have said, I need to move on.
Right. Or you could come back and marry them. That's the other option. Hello and welcome back to the Friday Feels episode of the U Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. But it's especially good because we are now starting to get the Spotify Wrapped sent to us, and we're tagged in them. And we just want to say a very heartfelt thank you to everyone who sends us their lists and has spent so many minutes with us that they're like embarrassed about. And, you know, I get the messages. Apparently, you and I live together basically. And it's like, it's really, truly, genuinely, we love it. I mean, you've said this last year, like whoever came up with this, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is like I would say the best marketing campaign for Spotify I think I've ever seen.
Marketing win of like the century. Yeah. Whoever came up with the whole idea of Wrapped. Great job. But because it just goes both ways. We love that you love the show, and just having this gift wrapped to use their term, version of like, here, this is what I like to do with my free time. As we've always said, put your brain on the shelf hours. We're just happy that you trust us to take you on a little bit of a journey during those odd parts of your days.
Huge ego boost.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so fulfilling. And I just want to make sure people feel thanked, and because it's hard to return, but I guess we return the favor by giving you this great show. And we were top 10 best video podcasts of 2025 on Spotify. So the production here, the hard work they're putting in, we have invested money, real dollars we've put into making a great video podcast. So everything is going according to plan. This is very nice. So, and if you're out there and you're new here, this is a dating podcast. This is, we talk about modern dating. We talk about it rationally. We talk about it reasonably. Send in your emails, uup@betches.com. Jordana is here virtually with us. You're coming from home. I'm here in studio, and we just love doing this show. So we are so happy that you guys love it as much as we love doing it.
Yes, and if you needed any other reason to check us out on video,
right,
here it is.
We're the best on Spotify.
Spotify says we're the best at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the pros, the people who they want you to watch us. I mean, I like to think our facial expressions add to the madness here. You know, I think that helps us. I'm a facial expression guy.
Yeah. For sure. I think that definitely has added another layer to the show that you just don't get.
Totally.
Audio only. Although audio is great, you know.
No, it's good. Listen, audio's what got us here.
Yeah, I'm a walking podcast person, so I'll glance at the video, but audio is.
Listen, I was in the car. V came down to Florida and taped some behind the scenes from my parents' house, my new apartment. We were in the car. She looked at the screen. There's oversharing sitting right there on my screen, on the home screen.
Look at that.
So
I think, was it this week that we talked about the listener came to your show and you made the cameo?
I made a what?
Remember when I sent you the email from oversharing about the woman who got into I think that was this week. Have you listened to this week's yet?
I haven't listened to it yet. I'm on the road. Sure. I'll listen on my flight tomorrow to Detroit.
If you haven't listened to this week's episode, or maybe last week's episode,
special guest star Jared Freed.
Yes, Jared has given his own thoughts on a reaction to a listener, a listener ethical dilemma about breaking up fights at one of his shows.
I didn't even know there was a fight at my show. My show is usually a big kumbaya. Everyone's just, whacking each other off, in the crowds and crying and laughing and hugging. I had no idea. It was at my DC show. It's worth a listen. The email is wild. So go check out Oversharing. And if you're out there and you want to come see a show, my end of the year is like fantastic weather-wise. I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida, and I'm going to be in San Diego for New Year's. I'm doing 7 shows in San Diego. I'm doing New Year's Eve. If you're looking for something that's like a low-pressure, big win, I think stand-up comedy on New Year's Eve for anyone is a high-value win. You're going to win. You're not going to have a bad night. And if the show's okay, it's fine. You're doing something.
Are you people performing like at midnight?
So have I talked about this before? I've done New Year's Eve. I've done it. I've been doing stand-up 15 years. I've done it 14. Last year, I took off. I actually said,
Loser.
Yeah, I'm big fucking. I had nowhere to work.
I remember last year you were in Miami, right?
I was in Miami looking at the moon.
2 years ago?
I've done it the last 2 years. The last 2 years, I've gone to Miami on New Year's Eve, and I was at the Ritz in Miami Beach and alone. And I remember some guy like 11:50 was like, "What are you doing here alone?" I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna ruin my alone New Year's." And it's like,
you look miserable.
Yeah, Hannah Berner's cousin came out of nowhere. Yeah. What's wrong with you, fucking loser? So this year I'm working because it's a Wednesday night. So they were like, do you want to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in San Diego? I'm like, well, I have nobody. Why wouldn't I do that? So I'm going to be in San Diego, but So as a younger comic, and I still feel like a young comic, I would host at Stand Up New York and the Comedy Cellar. And when you host, they make you do the countdown for New Year's. And I never had the confidence necessary to feel like I was worthy enough to count down someone else's New Year. Like I always felt like someone would be in the crowd being like, I can't believe this loser is counting down my New Year's. I always had that vibe.
I feel like it's more about like the cheesiness of the count. The only reason I can't picture you doing it is because like the countdown is like a little cheesy.
It's totally cheesy. And then they have you sing at the Cellar. They sing, ah, na, 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 na,
oh, wow.
And there's words to that song. It's like, and I had to learn them.
Auld Lang Syne.
What is it called?
Auld Lang Syne.
Yes, Auld Lang Syne, and there's words, and I'd have to sing it.
Oh wow!
And it was such, because at the Cellar they have a band. I remember, and I was like, this is like so not what I want to be concentrating on.
You're doing a cabaret.
Yeah, and I just have this like visceral reaction to the countdown and then I would always, be on my own, or I generally I end up breaking up with someone before New Year's so that I don't have to deal with, again, the advice I give is what would work on me. So beware of holidays, New Year's, and all that stuff. So yeah, this is all to say.
Anyway,
come to my show.
Come watch Jared be sad.
Do the countdown. Yeah, if you're in San Diego. I'm also in Philly and Baltimore.
Do you pause for like a makeout sesh for everyone?
I kind of do. It's really awkward. What I do is I'll go 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, and I do to try and make it less awkward for me. I raise my hands in the air and I just go, ah! I'm alone. And I try to cheers as many people as possible and I'm looking for people who are also alone to cheers, to connect on we're the loser alone cheers. And then I just cheers a bunch of strangers I don't know. This has happened 15 New Years in a row. This sounds incredibly sad the more I'm talking about this. This is like the movie about a stand-up comedian because you have to work. So you're not with, like I didn't make a plan with my 6 best friends and we can all hug and look at how far we've come. No, I'm with a bunch of strangers who are very nice and want to be at my show, which I appreciate.
You're with your real friends, the fans.
The fans, that's right. I've given everything to you people. Share this fucking show. I'm in hell.
At midnight, I want you to make out with your phone. Put it in lock mode. Put it in lock.
So
and then I want like a 10-second
someone's got to make
kiss.
a video of that. Someone's got a video. If anyone's going to be at my shows at Mic Drop.
It's been quite a year, baby.
You and me, kid. Oh, if you're getting video, you love this video.
It's always
making
got
out
fresh
with my
breath.
phone. Right. There was one year that I did San Diego New Year's, and this girl, she came to the show and she got hammered, which that's the problem with stand-up on New Year's is people get too drunk. It's not a great night for stand-up comedy, to be honest. Like, not to like...
You just said it, you can't lose.
You can't. It's not a great night for comedy on stage. Like, as a performer, it's a tough night.
Okay.
But as an audience member, you've done something. You've gone out. You have a chair. Like it's an older person's night to do a New Year's something. Yeah. I would say perfect 2 years into a relationship, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy show.
Yeah.
This woman came with her group. She might be listening now. She was in this bright yellow banana dress, like bandage dress, those like tight ones.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. And New Year's and she's drunk the whole fucking show. She won't shut the fuck up. She's being annoying. At first it's funny and then it's not cute. Okay? So we all have seen that. If you've been to a show, it happens. And she's in this bright yellow banana bandage dress, and New Year's happens. Everyone stands up. Yeah. Na. And apparently she decided to get up on her heels on a chair or a table. Like she said, I'm going to stand on a table. The table falls out from beneath her, and this big fucking banana splatters all over the ground. And
banana?
The banana woman. She's in this banana dress. She looked like a banana.
Okay. She's the banana.
She's the banana. She just falls on the ground. And everyone is like, and she fell so hard that at first it was one of those falls. Everyone's like, is she okay? Is she dead? And then when we saw that she was okay, everyone was like laughing hysterically. Like, because you're like, okay, she's fine. But also we hated this bitch the whole show.
She finally got hers.
She got hers. Yeah. And literally, and I think it was on video. Someone had the video. She just never to be seen again, ran away.
Okay.
The banana just ran out of the room.
Changed her name.
Yeah, she's a totally different person. Maybe she'll come back this year, but I'll never forget it. Just a wild occurrence. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Is that the Uber Eats there? Because we are sponsored. Listen, our first email is sponsored by Uber Eats. I'm an Uber Eats user. Do you use Uber Eats?
Of course.
Yeah. It's great.
Who doesn't? You have to be crazy.
Listen, unless you're someone who claims that gifting is their love language, the holiday season is like 50% cheer, 50% mild panic. But with Uber Eats, gifting is easier than ever, bringing holiday cheer straight to your doorstep. So this email is about a gifting dilemma. I will say this as a personal endorsement of Uber Eats and of gifting this holiday season. I would say 90% of the problem with a gift isn't what to get, it's getting it done. And Uber Eats helps you get it done. That is a huge part of the gift thing. So let's get into the email. This is a gifting dilemma. You ready?
Yeah, I'll read the email.
You're going to read it? Go for it.
Okay. Hi, J&J. I, 29 female, have been seeing a guy, 30 male, for about 2 months, 7 dates. Things are going well, nothing to find, but pretty consistent. He's really kind and funny, and things are going really well so far. Recently, I asked if he was excited for the holidays, if he was planning on going home, etc., and he said he doesn't really celebrate. Not in a dramatic way, just very matter of fact. He said his family isn't really big on holidays. He did ask what my plans are and told me he doesn't have anything against celebrating. It's just not something he grew up doing. My family isn't religious, but we do celebrate Christmas, and I try to travel most years to celebrate with them. My friends think that this might be a bit of a red flag for the potential future of our relationship long term, but honestly, I think it could make things easier. Coordinating holidays while dating is so annoying, so if he doesn't care that I go celebrate with my family, that's one less issue to tackle. My only thing is, I was planning on getting him a gift, but now I'm stuck on whether it would be weird to give him a little something. I don't want to come on too strong or make things awkward if he genuinely doesn't care about the holiday stuff. But I'm one of those people who loves giving gifts, so it's really hard for me to ignore the impulse. Is it weird for me to get him a gift? If not, what would be a good gift to give someone you just started casually dating that doesn't feel like a holiday gift? Would love your take. Thanks for all you do.
I love this email. It brings up a huge dilemma during this time of year. I'm seeing someone, I like giving gifts. What do I do?
Yeah. And 2 months is the perfect, like, I'm not really sure if it's appropriate yet kind of gift, because I'm assuming you haven't really talked about any definitions of things.
What is this?
Yeah.
Well, my going line here, our going line is beware of holidays, New Year's, vacations, and reactions to gifts. Like this.
I know you've gotten gifts that have scared the shit out of you.
I have gotten gifts that made me want to break up with the person.
Not because you didn't like the gift.
Right. It wasn't the gesture. Right. It was the
meaning.
The meaning, right? The outward expression of this is how I feel we are. And if I didn't feel similarly enough to be getting a gift, that meant I had to have a conversation with that person.
Right.
Like I've gotten gifts from people that we were openly just, hey, we're hooking up sometimes. And the gift made me say, you know what? This isn't even the type of hookup I want. This is too personal for me to be hooking up with someone and getting gifts from them. Because at that point, I just felt like I was living a little bit of a lie. So
have you ever given a gift to someone in this stage of dating?
I definitely.
You're not a big gift guy.
I'm not a big gift guy. I'm not good at receiving gifts. I don't know how to react to them. I think, and that's probably an important thing to hear for this person because this person didn't say they don't like the holidays. I think there's a big difference, and I hate that her friends were like, this is a red flag. No, it's not.
I agree it's not. I'm kind of like this guy, I would say.
right?
I mean, for someone who talks shit about giving gifts constantly. Yeah, I think I kind of relate to this. Holidays, my family's kind of like large and dysfunctional and like wasn't like there weren't like a lot of traditions around the holidays, or at least not like these kinds of holidays. So I could see like where you'd kind of be like, yeah, I'm like not against it. And that's an important distinction too, where he's not like, fuck the holidays like
right.
are stupid, blah, blah. He's just kind of just like, it was never really my thing. It wasn't like in my like family culture. And so I don't think about it much.
I think there's a big difference between indifference and apathy. Like, to me, indifference is like, you can bring your traditions, you can create new ones, they can be reasoned with. Apathy is kind of, that's unattractive to me.
Right.
Like, am I using the right word? Like, if someone,
are you trying to?
I guess like
apathy and indifference, I think, are sort of similar. I think you mean like disdain.
But apathy, like, I need someone to be indifferent but care about just life. Like, I can't have someone that's just given up on the whole season whatsoever. Like, but I also disdain, I don't want either. Like, I agree with you. The way this email is written is why this podcast is important as far as a dating counter, as part of your dating life, because we're talking about dating in a reasonable way right now, where this person has written into us that they've given us a flavor of who this guy is. He's not against the holidays. It's just not something that's ever like piqued his interest, and that's fine. But if I was dating someone who said, I love giving gifts, and then I received a gift from them that made them feel good, that would make me feel good. I would actually feel like I'm getting to know them more.
Would you feel obligated to take part in the gift giving?
No, I would need them to like let me know. Like, give me the full explanation here. Hey, I love giving gifts. You're someone that I've come to care about the last couple of months, and you kept mentioning that you love these scrubs. You work at a hospital. I got you some scrubs that I think would look sexy on you. Like that, like, to me, I'd be like, awesome.
Yeah. And if you were turned off by that person doing that, or made you think about the relationship,
right,
then that would be like a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It forces you to evaluate that earlier than you would have otherwise.
The question about gifts becomes, am I crazy for doing this? No, you're not crazy for having feelings for someone.
Within reason.
Right. Yeah, sending someone, hey, I'm dating a person who works at a hospital. I'm thinking of sending them some really nice scrubs, because I bring up scrubs because there's levels. I know that people who have written here from hospitals are like, you have your scrubs that you get because they cost this much, and then there's these really nice ones that maybe you don't feel good enough about buying for yourself. That would be quite an amazing gift to get someone thoughtful and useful to their life.
Yeah. And not super extravagant.
And if I was dating someone where I was still dating other people, and then they came to me with these beautiful scrubs, I wouldn't be like, this crazy bitch got me some scrubs. No, I'd be like, oh God, this person that I really like
is further along,
is on a different page, is further along than me. I need to assess how rude it is for me to date other people while someone out there likes me in this way enough to get me nice scrubs.
I think the key to holiday gifts, a couple things from the email I think are important. She should give the gift, but also not expect a gift.
Right.
So I think she gives the gift. She needs to like let go of any expectations, because he's already said holidays he's probably not thinking about holiday gifts. So I think only give if you're not going to be offended if you don't get one in return.
This is where the love language conversation comes in. Love languages aren't for you to tell someone else. It's for you to realize about the person you're dating, I think.
Right.
Like, the love language thing always gets, like, to me, a little bit narcissistic. Like, well, they don't know my love language. No. I care enough about you to know that that's something that's not important to you, so I won't be offended by it. Yeah.
Right. Yes. And then I think like anything that's what to give, something under $100 that is indicative of something they've said before that shows that you've thought of them. Like the scrubs thing, I think perfect.
Right.
I once did this with a guy I was seeing about 3 months. It was his birthday. And I got him, we had been like out once and he wanted to go into the store to find these socks that he was looking for. And they didn't have them in the store. So I like ordered them.
Perfect.
Whatever. Yeah. Like a nice high-end pair of socks, whatever they were. Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
You took note of something they said. Let me act on that note.
Yes.
That's the move. I wrote down a few ideas. Hospital worker, good sneakers, nice scrubs, a nice dinner, snack for the hospital, a big Santa to come in and carol all the nurses in his department and embarrass him a little bit. That'd be fun. Yeah, on like fun. A night shift.
A cameo from Jared Freed.
I'll throw you a cameo. They keep emailing me. They're like, can you re-up your cameo? I'm like, who would want such a thing? Hey, everybody, it's me, Jared, from New Year's. I'm alone, and I'm about to
the guy looking miserable.
Strangers. Yeah, I look miserable at the bar. Hannah Berner's cousin says I'm the most miserable guy in Delray Beach.
An annual subscription to You Up podcast.
There you go, to subscribe. So, yeah, I think all those gifts, I think like that whole coupon thing that's like been made fun of to death, like, here's a coupon for, that could be cute, but I think like they like giving gifts. And I think an important part of this email is letting the person know, I love giving gifts. Like it makes me feel good. And
it's not about you.
This is about
give them to anyone.
Right.
I would give it to anyone.
Anyone that I have been naked with would get one of these gifts.
Or if you want to tie them into another month with you, you can get them an experience gift.
There you go.
To a concert or a comedy show or something.
Well, experience gift, to me, it should come within the amount of time you've been dating already.
Agreed.
So you've been dating a month. It's got to be within a month of when you give the gift. You've been dating 2 months. It's got to be within 2 months. There you go. There's a rule for you. Let's do another email. Thanks again to Uber Eats for sponsoring the show. You're not a bad gifter. You just need a little help, and that's where Uber Eats comes in. With their Send as a Gift feature, you can deliver your favorite items and add a video from a lineup of holiday helpers. Megan Thee Stallion, the Jonas Brothers, Jake Shane, or Tracy Ellis Ross. Everyone gets something they'll love, and you get all the credit. Oh, start gifting now with Uber Eats. See app for details. This is a great option.
What a great gift.
What a great way to send a gift. Now it's not just an Uber Eats driver showing up. It's a video, it's a card, it's given in a different way. They've thought of all of it.
They make everything so easy. I love Uber Eats.
Let's do another email. You ready?
I'm ready.
Icky or picky? We love icky or picky. Are you dating? You're dating someone, you get the ick. Is it reasonable to get the ick, or are you being picky? Longtime listener, first-time writer. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to every Wednesday and Friday. I love the podcast. Congrats on the move, Jared, and on the 2 new additions to your family, Jordana. I'll get right into it. I'm a 27-year-old single woman in New York who generally avoids dating app, but winter holiday season makes IRL harder. I re-downloaded Hinge and matched with a 29-year-old PhD student who seemed nice, smart, and attractive. Beige flag number 1 came before the date. The essay-length WhatsApp messages. I mentioned a fire drill at work and got pages back, screenshots attached. Feel free to summarize. I managed to lock down a time and place and politely shut down the convo for the weekend. My roommates asked why I'd go out with someone who texts novellas and suggested meeting on a random street corner in the East Village, beige flag number 2. I figured maybe the texting was cultural. He's Brazilian, and since he was over 6 feet, I gave it a shot. The date was okay. He was nice and asked some questions, but someone truly needs to hand this man a podcast. He repeated himself about his PhD and work from home schedule, lectured on Brazil versus U.S. culture, educational, sure, and then spent 15 minutes detailing the 7 times he was pickpocketed. I think by the 6th time you're pickpocketed, it's a little on you.
It's a you problem.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you're...
What are you, like, dangling your phone against, on your... lap?
Right, it's crazy. Maybe your pockets look too full. Maybe you need less tight jeans. I smiled through it all. So I was shocked when he ended the date after one drink to go home and work, but still asked to see me again after Thanksgiving. I know connections take time, but meeting someone more talkative than me, and I'm very extroverted, gave me the ick. So icky or picky. He talks a lot and sends paragraph texts. Do I give him a second date? My gut says no, and I may just be at Jared's Valentine's Eve show in NYC solo. Text from the date. All right, we ready?
Yeah, all right.
I'll be him, you be her. Go ahead.
Hey, it's kind of crazy, TBH, dealing with some fire drills at work. Upside down smiley face. Hopefully yours is better, LOL. You have class today?
Oh, wow. Haha. These are a pain. Often NYU has them, and it's always chaos for everybody to go down. Sometimes professors just ignore them, LOL. And then he responds to, hopefully yours is better. You have class today. Yes, just had one. I have a relatively small course load. 3 classes, each only has 1 session, 2 hours per week. So I just go from Tuesday to Thursday, 2 hours each day. Often PhD students, candidates can stay the whole day at working on their own research there because we have offices, but I always love working from home, LOL. So tend to go back right after class. Unless there is a seminar I want to attend, every day there are seminars for professors and PhD students, but I only go to the ones that interest me. There's always lunch in the seminars, great caterers in Greenwich Village or the West Village, but not even that is sufficient to make me stay after class, unless I really want to go to the seminar because of who is presenting. Also, you said you could meet next Monday or Tuesday. For me, Tuesday would be better if you can. Man, that made me want to never date ever again.
I don't even know what he was saying.
Did you know he's a PhD student?
I mean, she asked.
She did ask.
She asked if he had class today.
I mean, by the end of that, I was like...
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he said this in person, it would be more normal. This is the kind of thing where it's like, you give a summary. Maybe if someone like you're kind of, it's funny because it's kind of like, what's the healthy medium? You don't want someone who's like giving you 1-word answers.
Right.
But you also don't want a 500-word personal essay. So
he didn't ask one, but he gave so many details about his own life. The caterer, there's amazing restaurants here, but
yeah, he's a little self-centered.
Right, he didn't at any point go, "What did you have for lunch?" You know, they had this great caterer for the. I don't know. There's just like enough, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there is something annoying about someone who's speaking to hear themselves speak.
Right. If anyone was to become a PhD person, this guy. I mean, good for him.
He's in the right. Well, here's the thing. Someone might like this, maybe.
Right.
It's not her. I mean, I guess they could say that about all icky or pickies. I wouldn't say it. The biggest the biggest red flag or deal breaker is asking to meet on a street corner.
Okay.
I wouldn't like that.
Right. I think.
Have you ever done that?
I have. I've definitely been like, meet me on
with
this
a plan?
corner. Well, with the idea of like, we're going to go to this place, and I've had it not work out. I've had it work out. I guess like icky or picky, she says, we went on a date. He never shut up. Didn't really ask me questions. I don't really like him. He's now asking me out again. Should I go out again?
That's not even what she's saying. She's like, or say, well, she's basically, to me, she's basically saying like, I don't like him. Should I go out with him again?
Right. This is why the ick exists. Like, there's a lot of blame put on men who do these icky things. My response to a lot of the women who are like, and can you believe it? He bent down to tie his shoes and he did it bunny ears. It's like, no, you kept convincing yourself to keep going out with this person who you didn't like, hoping for different results after doing the same thing every time. That's the definition of insanity. And finally, you got broken by a guy who said yummers after he ate the dessert. And you go, that's it. Can you believe he would say yummers? And it's like, nowhere in your explanation do you say, the first date was kind of meh and I didn't really like him, but he asked me out. So that's why I got to yummers.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and there's got to be a little ownership.
Right. It's okay not to feel a connection with someone.
Yes. And I think a lot of women feel like they need to be like, they don't want to throw away a good 6 foot tall Brazilian guy. So they're like, they need to be told that they need to be validated that he's a monster by us.
Right. I think he's 6 foot and a Brazilian is a great reason to go on a first date. I think it's a really bad reason to go on a second date.
Yes.
Like
when the first date was not, she didn't enjoy herself.
Right.
Basically, like what I would ask myself is, did I enjoy this first date? It sounds like from the way she's describing it, no.
Right. So now it becomes, right. It becomes this like decision tree, right? The decision tree starts at, I matched with a 6 foot Brazilian dude on Hinge, and it's really tough to meet people IRL during this time of year in the Northeast. Fine. Okay, for that reason, I'm going on the date. Now, the second date isn't just 6 foot Brazilian, it's cold out.
Stats. Yeah.
It's different now. Now it becomes, I have a 6 foot tall, hot Brazilian who doesn't take any interest in my life and never shuts up on the date. Do I want to go out with him again? Again, this is a mathematical equation. If you can handle listening to this guy talk about PhD and catering at the seminars, then go out with him again. But don't come back to us and go, can you believe this loser wouldn't shut up about himself? Yes, I can believe it. You said that happened day one.
Right. And you were okay with it enough to go out again.
Right. You were, 6 foot tall, hot Brazilian outweighed horrible conversationalist. And that's okay. But this is why the ick exists, is then you're looking for other ways to vilify a guy because, look, I just picked my nose, okay? So I just picked my nose. If I was on a date with someone who was already turned off by me, and then they went home after the date and they're like, the minute Jared picked his nose, I was out. That wouldn't really be a fair way to describe why you didn't want to date me. Because the fair way would be, we went on a date and Jared really wasn't my cup of tea. And then, can you believe he picked his nose? He's a disgusting pig. I guess you could say that, but
yeah, right. Go on.
Now you're just doing that to like bury me.
Right. Well, you're doing that to justify why you would throw away a guy that seems like a good catch that you on paper might want to date.
Right. Or the group would want to date. And I think this is the problem with female dating, not to sound like the worst Joe Rogan guest ever, but the problem with what I realized from this podcast specifically is so many women are caught up on like doing it right by this tribunal of women that doesn't exist. Like, should I go out with him? Am I okay? They're basically asking this invisible tribunal of women if it's okay to have their own feelings. And it's like, you're okay to say, I didn't feel great after the first date. Not, I can't believe he's asking me out. What should I do? It's like, you already decided.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously there's a line of like, you'll know when something is a universal deal breaker. This isn't it.
No.
This is, you don't like this guy. You're not a fan of this guy's personality.
Universal deal breaker is like, you know what gave me the ick? When he told a waitress to go fuck themselves because they brought our food out late. It's like, yeah, that's
okay. Well, the crowd will give you permission,
right?
Yes, if you still needed someone else to tell you that it was that you shouldn't go out again. Here we are.
Right. Yeah. So listen, we solved dating again.
We did it.
We did it.
Back next week.
Boom.
Bye.